In the late 19th century, fueled in large part by the Industrial Revolution, urbanization took center stage. To accommodate growing populations, cities began constructing skyscrapers, starting with a home insurance building in Chicago in 1885. Though it stood just 42.1 meters or 138 feet tall with only 10 stories, this modest structure sparked a boom that within a century and a half would see the world racing to reach the 1,000-meter mark. So today, we're going to explore 10 of the tallest planned buildings from around the globe. However, we'll be excluding any ideas that were just too fanciful to see through or have since been outright cancelled. No exceed 3,000 or whatever the fuck here. When the Burj Khalifa opened in 2010, it shattered records as the tallest building in the world, soaring more than half a mile into the sky. It's no surprise then that Dubai is home to today's first entry. And that would be the Burj Binghatti Jacob & Co. residences. Construction began in 2022 on this striking new skyscraper, a joint venture between real estate developer Binghatti and luxury jewelry retailer Jacob & Co. A partnership whose influence is unmistakable. Soaring 557 meters, or about 1,800 feet above Dubai's Business Bay, the tower's facade showcases a multi-tiered design composed of large rectangular glass panels reminiscent of baguette-cut diamonds. At its peak, diamond-shaped spires line the roof, lending the tower the appearance of a crystal crown. Inside, residents and visitors will enjoy one of the most luxurious and sophisticated living environments that the world has to offer. Spread across 104 floors, the building will provide a variety of suite options, including emerald and sapphire suites featuring layouts that range from 2 to 3 bedrooms. Mansion, villa, and penthouse units reportedly vary in size from a quarter floor to a full floor, with select residences offering elegant 2-story layouts. What all these residences share, however, is a consistent inspiration drawn from fine jewelry. Floor-to-ceiling windows will define the overall design, complemented by marble flooring throughout the apartments. Additionally, bathrooms will feature gem-set vanity mirrors, further reinforcing the building's opulent aesthetic. Residents of the building will have access to an array of high-end amenities, including a luxury spa, state-of-the-art gymnasium, sky gardens, an exclusive private members club, and a wide selection of in-house concierge services. These personalized services will range from private chefs and chauffeurs to bodyguards and more. Naturally, the skyscraper will also boast multiple infinity pools, including exclusive private pools within the penthouses. Upon its completion, anticipated in 2026 or 2027, the Burj Binghatti Jacob & Co. residences will become the tallest residential building in the world and the second tallest structure in Dubai. Some days, cooking just isn't on the agenda, is it? Like, whether you're busy, tired, or just don't feel like dealing with the hassle, Cook Unity's here to save the day. They are a chef-powered meal service delivering restaurant-quality meals straight to your door. These meals are fresh, they're never frozen, they're crafted with high-quality ingredients by some of the best chefs around, like the classic butter chicken by Chef Gaurav Raj. Rich, creamy, packed with deep, comforting flavors. Or if you're in the mood for something herby and fresh, pesto chicken ball by Chef Andres Mendez. That's a perfect balance of protein, greens, and bright basil pesto. Delicious. And for those days when you just need a crispy, cheesy classic, well, chicken parmigiano with spaghetti by Chef Dustin Taylor absolutely delivers that indulgence. Variety's never a problem with Cook Unity. The menu rotates weekly with hundreds of options that fit any diet. Keto, vegan, gluten-free, you name it, they've got it. Plus, no grocery shopping, no prep, no dishes, just heat, eat, and enjoy. You can try Cook Unity for 50% off your first order. Just go to cookunity.com/mega50 or click the link in the description below and use my code MEGA50 to try it out. Thank you to Cook Unity for sponsoring, and now back to today's episode. In 1998, Kuala Lumpur, the capital of Malaysia, made international headlines when it broke the record for the world's tallest building. While usually this record was claimed by a single structure, this time it was achieved by the Petronas Twin Towers, which each had an impressive height of 452 meters or 1,483 feet. The distinctive, rounded, lobed towers, each consisting of 8 tiers connected by a sky bridge, jointly held the title of the tallest building until 2004, when they were surpassed by Taipei 101 in Taiwan. Despite losing their title, they continue to hold the record for the tallest twin towers in the world. Then, in 2024, Kuala Lumpur captured global attention once again with Merdeka 118, which became the world's second tallest building at a remarkable height of 678.9 meters or 2,227 feet. Considering all this, it seems only fitting that our next entry also finds its home in the Malaysian capital. Tower M, previously known as KLCC Eastgate Tower, is a proposed skyscraper intended to become the centerpiece of a larger development. The complex will include a 6-story shopping center, which will serve as a podium connecting 3 office towers. The tallest of these towers will be Tower M, projected to reach an impressive height of approximately 700 meters or 2,297 feet. Although limited details about the tower have been released so far, upon completion, it would surpass the height of the current record holder, Merdeka 118, and establish an exciting new tourist attraction for the region. In 2019, the Lakhta Center opened in St. Petersburg, Russia, becoming not only the tallest building in the country, but also the tallest in Europe, standing at an impressive 462 meters or 1,516 feet. However, Gazprom, the energy firm headquartered within the building, has already revealed plans to construct an even bigger and better version, with Scottish architectural firm Cador Collective leading the project. Creatively named Lakhta Center II, the new skyscraper is set to reach a height of 703 meters or 2,306 feet, shattering its predecessor's records as it towers impressively over the original structure. The new building will also offer an even more striking visual experience. While the first Lakhta Center featured a distinctive spiraling design that gracefully tapered to a point, its successor will showcase an even tighter spiral, entirely enveloped in a helical diagrid. In essence, it will be a sleek, slender, and twisting tower complemented by an open-air helix structure wrapping around its entire height. A true architectural marvel in its own right. With its impressive height, Lakhta Center II is set to become the second tallest building in the world upon completion in 2030 or 2031. However, keep in mind that title will likely be fiercely contested, so it's best to take the claim with a grain of salt, just like every other claim to the title that we're exploring today. One distinction Lakhta Center II may hold for a while, however, is having the highest occupied floor in the world. Although the Burj Khalifa will still be taller overall, its highest occupied floor sits at 585 meters or 1,919 feet. Lakhta Center II, in comparison, will feature an occupied floor complete with a viewing gallery at 590 meters or 1,936 feet. Below this highest point, plans for the building include multiple spiral atriums, numerous amenities, green public spaces, and approximately 220,000 square meters of office space. Returning to Dubai, and certainly not for the last time, we now turn our attention to the newly created Uptown district. Originally named Burj 2020, this district is located near Jumeirah Lake Towers and is planned to offer 10 million square feet of commercial and residential real estate upon completion. Within this expansive space, there will be 9 towers in total, including 2 super tall structures. The first of these, Uptown Tower, was completed in 2023, standing impressively at 340 meters, or a touch over 1,100 feet. The second tower, Uptown Dubai Tower 1, also known as Burj 2020, will serve as the centerpiece of the district. With a proposed height of 711 meters, or 2,333 feet, it aims to become the tallest commercial building in the world and the second tallest overall. Notably, the tower will feature a 360-degree observation deck occupying its top 2 floors. This means that although Burj 2020 won't surpass the Burj Khalifa in total height, its observation deck will be situated higher than the Burj Khalifa's, located at 555 meters or 1,821 feet. While not much else is currently known about the building itself, construction is expected to begin in May 2025, with an anticipated completion date sometime around 2030. Shifting our attention away from the Uptown Dubai district and toward the city's World Trade Center district, we come to our next contender for the title of the world's second tallest building, the Burj Azizi. According to developers, 2 distinct proposals were considered for this ambitious project. The initial, more modest concept featured a tower rising to 526 meters or 1,726 feet. However, the final design that was ultimately selected, a vastly different structure standing at 725 meters or 2,379 feet tall, was adopted at an estimated cost of approximately $1.6 billion. Despite its relatively simple rectangular shape, this new design is expected to break multiple records upon completion. Spanning 131 floors, the new building will incorporate a diverse mix of residential, commercial, and public spaces, including a 7-story shopping mall and a 7-star luxury hotel. Developers have promised residents and visitors world-class amenities every 20 floors. These amenities will feature steam rooms, swimming pools, a yoga club, and even a museum dedicated to the tower's construction and its earliest residents. Additionally, a multi-story observation deck at 649 meters or 2,129 feet will take the title of the world's highest, just one of the many records the Burj Azizi is positioned to break. The previously mentioned hotel is said to become the highest hotel in the world, complete with the highest hotel lobby. Throughout the building, visitors will also find the world's highest restaurant, nightclub, cinema, spa, and even the highest supermarket ever built. With the building set for completion sometime in 2028, it may well become the first structure to officially claim the second tallest title upon opening. However, depending on developments from our next entry, it may instead jump directly into third place once finished. Now, for most people watching this video, the name Jeddah Tower will undoubtedly ring a bell. As the first proposed building designed to reach at least 1 kilometer in height, it made global headlines and has even been featured previously on this very channel. Located in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, and formerly known as the Kingdom Tower, the Jeddah Tower first began construction back in 2013 with an intended completion date of 2020. However, the project ground to a halt in 2018 following a series of corruption scandals, further complicated by the outbreak of COVID-19 in the years that followed. With only a third of its structure completed, the ambitious 1,000-meter or 3,281-foot building appeared destined to join the ranks of other failed megaprojects, a significant loss of both time and money. Then, in 2024, Saudi Arabia announced plans to resume construction starting the following January, setting a new completion target for 2028. While initial estimates place the total cost of Jeddah Tower at roughly $1.2 billion, the latest construction contracts issued after the project's revival have pushed that figure upwards, reaching approximately $1.9 billion. With its sleek, three-sided design tapering toward the top and a glass-covered facade, the new skyscraper is engineered to reflect sunlight, helping it to shield the building from the desert heat. According to the developers, this structure not only reduces wind loads at the peak, but also maximizes available floor space on the upper levels. Inside, the tower will feature a combination of office, residential, and commercial spaces, including numerous apartments, executive suites, various international dining options, 59 elevators, and a luxurious Four Seasons hotel. One of the building's standout attractions for visitors will be its observation deck, set to become the world's highest, soaring over 610 meters or 2,000 feet above the ground. In the early days of civilization, it was the Egyptians who built the tallest structures. In fact, the Great Pyramid of Giza was so impressive in height that it took over 3,800 years for another structure, the Lincoln Cathedral in England, built in 1311, to surpass its record. Therefore, it seems fitting that Egypt now joins the race to construct the world's first 1,000-meter tall structure. First announced in 2018, the Oblisco Capitale is a proposed landmark for Egypt's new administrative capital, a planned city located roughly 30 miles east of Cairo. While the overall capital project is anticipated to cost around $45 billion, the tower itself carries a price tag of $3.2 billion. Designed as a modern obelisk inspired by ancient Egypt's pharaonic architecture, the structure will rise from a lotus-shaped podium to a height of at least 1 kilometer or 3,281 feet. At ground level, the tower will be surrounded by a moat thoughtfully designed to resemble the Nile River. Additionally, its facade will incorporate rotating louvres that adjust throughout the day, providing shade and significantly reducing glare as well as heat absorption. Inside the Oblisco Capitale, a diverse range of residential units, office spaces, hotels, shopping malls, theaters, and medical centers will occupy the tower's projected 165 floors. Residents and guests will also benefit from numerous amenities, including swimming pools, fitness centers, and public green spaces. While its impressive height would make it the tallest structure in the world, its projected completion date of 2030 would place it behind the Jeddah Tower, which is expected to be finished by 2028. Nevertheless, since officials from both projects have indicated that their announced height of 1,000 meters represents only a minimum, the Oblisco Capitale may well ignite a new race to build the world's tallest building. A vast development spanning 250 square kilometers is currently underway in northern Kuwait. Known as Madinat al-Harir, or Silk City, this ambitious infrastructure initiative will feature extensive residential and commercial real estate, as well as a massive central park, ultimately creating 700,000 new homes in the region. However, the true focal point of this development will be its iconic centerpiece, the Burj Mubarak Al Kabir Tower. Paying homage to the classic Arabian folktale collection, 1001 Arabian Nights, this impressive building will soar to a height of 1,001 meters, or 3,284 feet. Its tribute to the regional culture, however, goes beyond its symbolic height. Burj Mubarak will consist of 3 interlocking towers, each inspired by the Islamic minarets traditionally seen on mosques. Within its structure, the building will host approximately 234 floors, encompassing offices, apartments, retail spaces, fine dining restaurants, and various other amenities. Naturally, multiple observation decks are also anticipated throughout the tower, offering visitors breathtaking panoramic views. Although few additional details about the Burj Mubarak Al Kabir are currently available, developers, Tamdeen Group, and other entities involved estimate the project will take about 25 years to complete. Therefore, we likely won't see this remarkable tower fully constructed until at least 2050. In Tokyo Bay, Japan, architectural firm Kohn Peterson Fox and engineering company Leslie Robertson Associates have unveiled plans for a futuristic, man-made archipelago built from reclaimed land. Named Next Tokyo 2045, this eco-friendly district is designed to offer innovative solutions to natural challenges that Japan regularly faces, including earthquakes, tsunamis, and high winds. The ambitious project aims to accommodate approximately 500,000 residents. Surrounding the islands, a series of hexagonal rings will serve to dissipate strong waves while still allowing ships to safely pass through. At the core of this visionary development, a mile-high tower will rise dramatically above the islands and rings. Known as the Sky Mile Tower, this proposed 1,700-meter or 5,577-foot structure will aesthetically complement its futuristic surroundings. Vertical slots integrated along the tower's facade would create a distinctive appearance of a structure twisting gently back and forth as it ascends toward the sky. These openings are carefully designed to break up powerful winds, allowing the airflow to pass more smoothly through and around the building. Currently, the Sky Mile Tower remains largely an experimental research concept, and there are no set plans for construction to begin. However, the idea has not been entirely ruled out. For our final entry, we turn towards Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, a city where megaprojects have become almost a pastime, and that's thanks in part to ambitious concepts such as the massive cube known as the macabre. Yet, even by those standards, the announcement in 2023 of plans for the staggering 2-kilometer-high rise tower left everybody in disbelief. This unprecedented structure is designed to rise just north of Riyadh near King Khalid International Airport, which itself is undergoing an expansive 57-square-kilometer redesign and rebranding with a new name. At 2,000 meters or 6,562 feet tall, the tower will stretch well over a mile into the sky, becoming the tallest structure ever built. Spanning an astonishing 678 floors, it will combine residential, commercial, and office spaces. Some reports have even gone further, indicating that the building might rely entirely on solar energy and other renewable power sources. While little else is known about the monumental building, we do know that it is being designed by Foster & Partners, the same agency behind the King Khalid expansion and several other large-scale projects in the region. With an estimated cost of around $5 billion, the Rise Tower is set to be unlike anything seen before. However, since there's no expected completion date yet, we'll simply have to wait and see. Thank you for watching.